What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Inflatable channel. My name is Riley Jones. Today we're doing another video of the Halloween display during the daytime, but this time I'm going to talk in the video and show you all around. So before we get started, I will say you might notice a little bit of better quality in the video. I'm not too sure because I got a new phone. If you saw the recent videos, I went to Disney World and stayed at Fort Wilderness. And during that time, I went in the hot tub with my phone in my pocket. But it's all good. It was kind of funny in its own little way. But I had a good time. You can see the videos of my Fort Wilderness display on my channel. So let's get started with this year's Halloween display. So here, right here in the front, is the 2018 Two Ghost and Pumpkin inflatable. This is a really cool inflatable that I remember 2017 at Walmart, but never got, but thankfully got it the year I like it. It is super cool. But like I said, got it in 2018 instead of 2017, and I really like it. But I'm so glad now to have this inflatable, and it's worked great ever since, of course with this new LEDs installed. But overall, I love this inflatable. Next to it is the 2019 Welcome to Halloween Town Jack Skellington inflatable with Zero and a pumpkin. This is a really cool inflatable. It was a Christmas gift actually, and it is the display inflatable that was at Walmart. So it has the white box, which rarely comes with Walmart inflatables nowadays. But I got it in the white box, so that's kind of fun with the stakes and tethers. But overall, this is a cool inflatable, and if you remember last year's video, I mentioned that it was vandalized, and my mom did a really good repair job on Jack Skellington's face. But overall, this is a awesome inflatable. Next to it is the 2000, I don't know actually what year it is, but it's a knockoff Halloween tree inflatable with a ghost, a owl, and 3 pumpkins, which 2 of them do not have LEDs, so we'll have to figure out how to get them installed eventually closer to Halloween. But overall, this is a really cool inflatable, and I like it because I've always wanted a Halloween tree. I wanted one a little more creepier than this. That's kind of a classic one from 2012 with ghosts and like a creepier face with like red eyes on the tree, if you remember what I'm talking about. But this one's still cool. Next to it is the 2018 moving black cat, moving black cat, head moving black cat. There it is. I'll keep it in the video. This is not the original classic one. This is the 2018 version. When I saw it was at the Lowe's in 2018, I had to pick it up because I always thought the moving head cat was cool. I actually wanted the head moving spider from I think 2011 or something like that. But this is still cool, and I love it, and it works great. Over here is the 2017 Enter If You Dare sign. I have had this inflatable since 2018 actually. It was a gift from a pumpkin patch that we used to go to all the time, and they always had inflatables at that pumpkin patch. And we were talking to the guy one time, and he said, he's like, I want to give you something. So he said he never liked it or used it, so he gave me this Enter If You Dare sign inflatable. It was from Old Time Pottery, I believe. So it is a cool inflatable. So we're now on the other side of the yard where the main thing of the inflatables are. And so before I continue, I will say, you might have noticed that this guy and the bat are now in the front. They just did not work in the back of the pumpkin patch like you saw in the daytime and the nighttime video of this display. Because that's originally what I thought would work, but it didn't work, so I just moved them to the front. So let's continue. So here is the 2022 Two Ghost and Pumpkin from Lowe's. This was a after Halloween purchase. My mom was doing a lunch thing in Douglasville and was near that Lowe's and saw this guy and the Shrek. There were the only 2 Halloween inflatables there, so she picked them up, and I'm excited to have them. I don't really care that much about the Shrek, I'll be honest, but it's still cool to have. Its LEDs definitely need to be replaced because the LEDs are shot in them for being a displayed inflatable, but this one is super cool, and I'm glad to have it. Next to it is the 2019 Classic Mickey Halloween inflatable with the Happy Halloween sign. This is a super cool inflatable, and I really like it. I had it in my Fort Wilderness display, if you might have seen that, and that is awesome, and that was fun, and this is a really cool inflatable. So I'm actually going to go a little backwards because I just kind of forgot to mention, but over here is the 2023 Ghost and Car inflatable from Walmart. I wasn't originally planning on picking up any new inflatables for this year at all. I was just not thinking about it, but I saw this design along with the bat because I had an idea for it, and I really like it. And this is a super cool inflatable. I like the car; it's really nice, and the ghost is cool. And I kind of like it at this angle, but in a way you can still see the front. But having it at an angle, I think it's really cool. And the cool thing about this inflatable is I was one of the first people on the Facebook group to have it, and someone wanted to have more information on it, and me showing them this inflatable, they got it. So I'm glad me showing this inflatable on video encouraged them to buy it. But I love it. This is a super cool inflatable, and I love it. So jumping across the yard, because I missed the ghost car inflatable for a second. We're on the other side of the yard where the Mickey was. Here is the 2015 Happy Halloween sign Minion. This I got from at home back in 2015 when I first got my teeth cleaned because I was scared of the dentist, and that's a whole thing I think kids go through. And this was my clean teeth cleaning reward, was this Minion inflatable because I saw it at the at-home store and really liked it. Now that I've had it, I don't like it. I don't like the Minions. I would have rather got the Snoopy on the pumpkin with like Woodstock or something, I believe was also there in 2015. But it's still a cool inflatable and people like it, so I still love to use it every year. Over here, like I said at the beginning of the video, is the 2023 version, because it was also made in 2022, I believe, or 2021, I'm not sure, but I had not seen it until this year because I thought of a 4-foot bat inflatable, and this is what I saw and liked, and I love it. This is a really cute bat inflatable. Like I said, I had it over there where the Snoopy and that Ghost Star with that one, but it just was too short and it didn't work, so it's moved in the front, and I think it looks a lot better here. But overall, this is a cool inflatable. And over here, because I completely forgot to mention this during the daytime video last year, are these 3 little wooden ghosts that was given to us, along with the 3 ghosts in the Boo sign and the 3 ghosts in that pumpkin from 2006, which I used to have and I still have, but I've repurposed the fans from it because the fabric was just not worth using anymore. But I kept the fabric, of course, for collectors. But this came with that bundle along with the Shaking Snowman and the Ice Cube from 2014 Home Depot. But this is really cool, little ghost trio here, wooden, and the one in the middle stays, and I always swap them every year, so it's different. But overall, these are really cool. And over here is the 2022 Hitchhiking Ghost Inflatable. This was from Home Depot last year, and this was the first design of the Haunted Mansion inflatable series they've been releasing. This is the second version of this design. It was first released, I believe, in 2021 at Lowe's, or I want to say it was either Lowe's or Seasons Inflatables, that had the Hitchhiking Ghost Inflatable. That was this version, and I liked it. And so when I saw it was at Home Depot in 2022, I had to pick it up. And I do have this idea to eventually get all the other Haunted Mansion inflatables and make a whole like version of the ride with just inflatables and a walkthrough, if they make like a Haunted Mansion tunnel inflatable that's either the Disneyland Haunted Mansion or Disney World Haunted Mansion. So if they do that, I might buy all the other ones like the Madame Leota Tombstone, the clock, the singing bust, the organ player, and the other version of the Haunted Mansion where it's them individually like on the ride, and the one of this one in the ride vehicle called the Doom Buggy. So that is a future idea if they released a tunnel Haunted Mansion inflatable, which I think they should. So if you hear this, Jimmy, I would totally recommend that as a Haunted Mansion inflatable. But overall, this one is super cool. Now we are here looking at the other inflatables, and I don't know why I started like that, but I'll just continue. Here is the 2022 6.5 foot Shrek inflatable from Lowe's that says Trick or Treat Some on My Feet, which the sign is stupid and I don't like it, but I'm going to keep it on it because it's part of the inflatable. And even though I do like Shrek and it's a great film, but this is just not one of my favorite inflatables. But it was what was left at Lowe's, so I like it. So I'm proud to have it, even if I don't care for it that much. But it is a really cool inflatable. Inflates really good, and I just think it's a unique inflatable, and I'm glad to have it. Next to it is the 2016 Boo Ghost, as I call it, from Walmart. Excuse me. This was along with a few other ones, 4-foot ones that I did like but never got. But this was one of two that I got from 2016 of the 4-foot series. But overall, this is a cool inflatable. Here we're now on this large pumpkin patch here, and then those two at the end. And so let's get started. So here is the 2022 Ghost on Pumpkin Inflatable. I had not seen this in 2021, but saw it last year and really liked it, so I had to pick it up. Next to it is the 2020 Ghost and Pumpkin Inflatable. This was a store display at Walmart. We got it November 1st when they had barely any inflatables except for this one and a few other ones. So we picked it up at Bremen, I think, Walmart. And overall, it is a cool inflatable. Next to it is, like I said, one of two of the 4-foot Halloween inflatables from 2016. I got the same time as this one. I got this guy and the Ghost both in 2016 as store displays, so I don't have the original box or a white box, but I liked this pumpkin stack and had to pick it up. Next to it is the 2017 single pumpkin inflatable from Walmart. I hadn't been really thinking of inflatables to get for the season, but saw this one kind of later in the season and liked it, and when I went to my local Walmart, it happened to be right there, so I picked it up, and I've liked it ever since. Over here is the candy cane inflatable from 2020. I saw this at Lowe's and really liked it, so I picked it up, and it is a super cool inflatable and has worked great ever since. And that little pumpkin in front of it, along with these three here, is part of a little inflatable called the Pumpkin Pathway Markers. I believe from 2016 at Walmart. I never saw it in any of the locations of Walmart I saw Halloween inflatables, but I saw this on a video from Josh, the inflatable and tractor guy, and I really liked it, so I found it on the Walmart website and picked it up. And now that I've had it since, for 6 years, it's one of my least favorite Halloween inflatables. I mean, I think it's cool, but the Monster Mash thing gets annoying after a while because it sings Monster Mash, and I have a video or two on it on my channel. So if you want to check it out, I'll leave a link. I'll either remember to leave a link in the description to it, or just look it on my channel of the 3 pumpkin pathway markers singing Monster Mash. And then behind it, kind of that's why I intertwine it with it, is the 2016 Airflows Pumpkin Patch Inflatable. I remember seeing the Pumpkin Patch Inflatable from Walmart in 2015, and liked it but never got it. Saw this one in 2016 and liked it, so I had to get it. And this is kind of what started the whole pumpkin patch that has grown since 2016, which grown is, so it's kind of a pun there, unintentional, but it's a great inflatable and I love it. And then next to it is kind of an older one. This is one of my second or first Halloween inflatables. This is the 2014 pear pumpkin, as I call it, because it's kind of like a pear, but it's a pumpkin inflatable from 2014. I remember when I was 10 at the time, and was looking at the Walmart inflatables for Halloween. Saw this and the turkey inflatable, which I ended up getting from 2014 at Walmart, but really liked this pumpkin inflatable, so I got it, and it's been a great inflatable ever since. I've had to do some modifications for it, because I'll just walk over there. The fan stopped working on it in 2018, so I just used an old vintage inflatable fan on it, and it works great. So it has C7 lights instead of LED, which I plan to replace any C7 inflatables with LED C7, so it's brighter and more efficient. But overall, this is a cool inflatable, and I'm glad to still be able to use it. Next to it is my very first Halloween inflatable ever. This is the 2013 Aldi 4-foot 3 pumpkin stack. I saw this at the Aldi one time when we were shopping there, because I didn't know they had inflatables. It was kind of a new thing, and when I saw this one, I really liked it, so we picked it up, and I've had it ever since. It works great still, and it's one of my favorite Halloween inflatables, and it's pretty much was what started this whole thing for Halloween. Next to it is the 2023 version of the Pumpkin Mickey candy bowl facade, as I call it, which I'm not going to use it for the candy bowl part because that's kind of dumb. but it is a cool inflatable, and I'm glad to have it because I was looking for a pumpkin, Mickey pumpkin, for my Fort Wilderness display. And so when I came across this on Amazon for a really good deal, which I did make a video about it, I really like it, and it's super cool. There is also a Minnie Mouse pumpkin version of this inflatable. So if I find it, I might get it, or I'll just stick with the Mickey pumpkin. But it is really nice. Next to it is the 2020, uh, Black Cat and Pumpkin. There it is. Excuse me. I really like this inflatable. I got it at the same time as the Snoopy on the house, which I'll get to that inflatable in just a minute. But overall, this is a really cool inflatable and has worked great ever since. Then here at the kind of the end, that kind of mirrors this side because it's just kind of part of the outer circle away from the pumpkin patch, is the 2018 Nerdy Ghost inflatable. I really like this inflatable. It is super cool. It has worked great ever since, and I always love using it. Then next to it is the 2022 Scooby Halloween inflatable, Scooby-Doo Halloween inflatable, excuse me, with a pumpkin. Now, this one, I've said it in last year's video, was originally planned to get it at all, but we were at the Home Depot one time, and I was looking at the Christmas stuff, and my mom saw it, and there was no box left, so she wanted to get the display versions, or display of it, not the display version, display of the Scooby inflatable, and I was glad. I love it. It's a great inflatable, and I love Scooby-Doo. So over here is another inflatable for Halloween that's very unique, and I've shown in my display since 2017 when I started making videos. This is the, I don't know what year, it looks kind of like an old inflatable, an inflatable pumpkin with a witch hat, or pilgrim hat as I call it, that you have to inflate with a air mattress fan, and it has C7 bulbs in it. It's a unique inflatable, but I like it. I have to inflate it almost daily so it looks less saggy like it is now, but it's enough for this video that it works great. So yeah, it's a cool inflatable. It lights up great with the C7s, but it's the one inflatable I have that's not a typical Halloween inflatable. So we're now kind of behind the pumpkin patch looking at the two inflatables, which if you saw the videos before, there was originally 4 here, but ended up looking better with it just didn't work out because they were too small. So now we are here looking at the 2020 Snoopy and Woodstock Halloween inflatable on the house with a pumpkin. I really like the Peanuts. It's kind of a classic holiday character for me for Halloween and Christmas and Thanksgiving, and not so much the other movies they were made for the holidays, like the Valentine's one. But I love the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. Excuse me. That is a really cool inflatable. Really cool. Excuse me. Sorry. A really cool movie. So I love having this for Halloween because it is just a favorite movie of mine, along with Charlie Brown Christmas is a classic, of course, and I have a Snoopy inflatable for that as well, too, but we're not getting into Christmas yet. But overall, I love this inflatable. It is super nice. Okay, so over here, right next to the Snoopy, is the 2017 Airflows Ghost Holding Pumpkin inflatable. I remember seeing this at Walmart in 2017 and really liked it, but just never picked it up. But saw it on Amazon last year and thought it was a good deal, so I snatched it, and I've loved it ever since because it was such a cool design. But I just love the pumpkin because it's kind of sad, scary looking, but I love the face on this ghost. It is super nice. Okay, so we are now here at the entrance of my Halloween display. As you can see here, we are now looking at the Trick or Treats sign, which is from 2018, I believe, and it was found from Goodwill, and it's a really cool inflatable and has worked great ever since. And of course, not the main part of my Halloween display, but one of the things about it is the 2016 Trick or Treat Archway inflatable. I really like this inflatable. I feel like not really anybody in the Jimmy community has it except for maybe a few, but it is a really cool inflatable, and I'm glad to have it. So of course, let's walk through it. But as we continue, over here is kind of like the spider section of the Halloween display, if you will. Over here is the 2023 Hanging Spider inflatable from Home Depot. If you saw the recent video I made about it, it was a kind of a surprise inflatable. My parents were at Home Depot preparing for our Disney trip, and my dad saw it and liked it, so he picked it up. and I really like it. It's super cool, and it really looks cool. I had to redo this area a little bit because I just kind of threw it together yesterday, Monday, to be specific, excuse me. And over here is the 2016 11.5 foot wide. I kind of call it the neon green spider, but it's just a really bright green spider. But I really love this inflatable. It is super cool. And of course, it's a little lower than before because the bushes have been trimmed. But I like it here now. I have to move it back just a few inches, but I'll get to that eventually. But overall, this was super cool. This is my Halloween display 2023. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. So I just realized, well, as I was uploading the video and watching it back, that I didn't even mention this inflatable, and I was watching the part where I was talking here and saw this in the background, and I was meant to film it, but I guess I was distracted and forgot. But this is the 2023 from Lowe's hanging Mickey Ghost inflatable. I got this during my trip last year and added it to my Fort Wilderness display, but didn't get any video of it on why it was displayed with the others at Fort Wilderness. But this is a really cool inflatable. I really like it, and this is my first of 2 hanging inflatables for Halloween. Of course, the hanging spider, but not a Mickey one. But this Mickey Ghost is cool, and I'm glad to have it.